What is it? Okay.
That's always cool.
Whoa!
It's good to do it just for the love of it, but actually rewarding for all your hard work.
So much. I'm sitting there going like, wow.
I think so. You can test it out.
Sit down, I was like, good, Tony.
Keep it going.
And I just need to get your power supply.
Huh?
Oh, awesome. That's great.
And the shadow that comes in from them too. Oh wow! Yeah, it's one of my favorite features.
Oh, do you? Okay. For your guys. Yeah, it's
When I'm in there, I'm like, we can play with labels.
Yeah. Even though you forgot, I don't.
It was in there. It was last Sunday. It does. You could have the attention. We don't have it. Yeah.
I was really anxious and nervous about what's going on. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this beautiful, it's a lovely day, but I'm not going to sing that. But happy Sunday, everybody. Let's go up. Up to a higher place. Can you turn it down? Far beyond the Simon space. Up to a higher place. I feel so lifted to a higher place. Up to a higher place. Up, far beyond the Simon space. Up to a higher place. I feel my soul lifted to a higher place. Higher place. Higher place. I feel my soul lifted to a higher place. Higher place. Higher place. I feel my soul lifted to a higher place. Beginning up to a higher place. Far beyond this time and space. Up to a higher place. I soul lifted to a higher place, higher place, higher place. I feel my soul lifted to a higher place. Your love is lifting me higher than I've ever been lifted before. Your love keeps lifting me higher than I've ever been lifted before. Your love keeps lifting me. Love keeps lifting me higher and higher, higher. Love keeps lifting me. Love keeps lifting me higher and higher, higher place, higher place, higher place. My soul lifted to a higher place, higher place, higher place. I feel my soul lifted to a higher place. Yeah. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see love in every face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
Good morning, Unity family. So great to see all of you. So happy for those of you watching online. We're thinking about you too, and you're included here. So today, would you please join me in prayer? Take a deep breath and just relax a bit. When I consider the vast expanse of the world, I find God, divine loving presence in all things. The birds of the air, the stars, the movement of air and clouds, the beauty and intelligence of animals, the beauty of nature around me, and of course, my fellow human beings. Discovering the divine throughout creation, my soul rejoices. There's a continual thrum of the rhythm of life, even in heartbreaking circumstances like hurricanes and war, that ties each heart, each soul to one another. I feel this pulse of life, and I have new appreciation for what it means to be a divine being. As I now release any worries and concerns, I let go and let divine, loving spirit have its way with me and the world. I awaken more and more to my divinity as I demonstrate love, forgiveness, and compassion. I am able to discover my divine path in this dimension of time and space, which is to be a source of light and love while I am here. Thank you, God, and so it is.
Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power The Lord is in this place. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. All right. Good morning, Kelly. Hey, so they say sometimes you got to say, young man, you got some splaining to do. So I had to do a little splaining. So now you know how. One little sip. Shh, Amanda. Hush, hush. Holy hush. Oh, wait, no. Okay, watch this, watch this. So you know how when we greet one another, we say, what is it? I've not been here in a minute. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold Christ in you. Now just say it to yourself. I love me. I bless me. I appreciate me. And I behold the Christ in me. Nobody does it better. You gotta love yourself. Makes me feel sad for the rest. Nobody does it half as good as you. Baby, you're the best. I wasn't looking, but somehow you found me. I tried to hide from your love, but like heaven above me, the spy who loved me is keeping all my secrets safe tonight. Nobody does it better. I already said, makes me feel sad for the rest. That's all right. Nobody does it half as good as you. Baby, you're the best. The way that you hold me whenever you hold me. There's some kind of magic inside you that keeps me running, but just keep it coming. You learn to do the things that you do. Nobody does. Though sometimes I wish someone could. Nobody does it quite the way you do. Baby, baby. Darling, darling. Sing it to yourself. Oh, baby, baby. Ooh, darling, 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 you're the best. Baby, you're the best. Baby, you're the best, darling, sweetheart, you're the best. Say it to yourself. Say you're the best. Happy Sunday, everybody. Thank you, Sean. Thank you. Love you, Penny.
We love you too, Landis.
You gotta love yourself first.
Oh, you got it. Gosh, I parked my car right in the way of the sunlight that's now shining in my eyes. I won't do that again. I know. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Unity of Chattanooga's celebration service, where we're all learning to live and express God's unconditional love and grow together in all that we were meant to be. My name is Penny Worth, and it is my joy to stand here alongside each of you as we create this special church community. And whether it's your first time here or your 100th time here, we are always grateful for your presence. I also want to acknowledge all of you who are watching us on Facebook. Be sure and push those love and like buttons for us and let us know that you're here by sharing your comments. And I also would like to invite you, because we're having a very special event next week, our Fall Festival grand opening, and we would love it if you might consider joining us in person. We especially want to welcome anyone who is joining us today for the first time. Would you please raise your hand if you're here for the first time? Okay. And Eric, would you mind giving out 2 of the welcome packets? On the back is a little sheet that you can fill out if you would like to receive our monthly, bi-monthly newsletter. We promise not to bug you, but we do want to welcome you today. And we also want to share our special blessing that Landis so nicely let us give to ourselves. We want to now give to you. And everybody, warm up your hands. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And we behold the Christ in you. And that Christ in you refers to the spark of divinity, the very same quality of being that Jesus and other spiritual leaders brought forth in themselves and demonstrated in their ministries. So this morning I want to tell you about this guy who was driving a car. He had a bunch of stickers all over his back bumper with things saying like, God is love. Believe on the Lord and thou shalt be saved. And smile. Jesus loves you and so do I. But it was quite obvious also by the way he was cutting in and out of traffic that he was in a real hurry. And finally, he ended up in a lane where he was behind a car that had stalled. While unable to move, he started ranting and raving and blowing his horn and just throwing a fit. Now, during this time, there was also a police officer sitting in his patrol car on the side of the road a little ways back, watching all of this. Eventually, the stalled car started up again and traffic started moving. That's when the police car pulled out and pulled over the man who had been acting out. Obviously annoyed, the driver rolled down his window when the policeman appeared, and he said, "What did I do?" And the officer said, "Well, based on the way you were acting out and with all those bumper stickers on your car, I figured this car must be stolen." And my point in this is, how many people are saying one thing and doing another? I really feel that here at Unity of Chattanooga, we are a spiritual community that embraces empowering people with the knowledge of how to move through challenging situations, and we offer life-affirming, practical, spiritual tools for anyone seeking to expand their own consciousness. And I also believe that you will not find a finer, more sincere group of people who are right here to support each other in both the good times and the difficult times and encourage each other to put into practice what we teach. We really have something very special here. We see ourselves as a place where seekers of all faiths can find inspiration and guidance, and we join Unity Worldwide Ministries in creating a world that works for all by opening hearts and transforming lives for a greater life experience. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. And now is a favorite time where we get up and greet and welcome each other who are here in your immediate vicinity and share some of that, that good old divine love. So please stand and greet your neighbor with a handshake, a hug, or a fist bump, whatever you're comfortable with.
Morning to you. Well, about you? Morning. We'll go here. Yeah. We'll go. I got it down to 70. But, well, no. Yeah, I don't know. We just turned it down again. Well, it was on 73, but I had it on 71. Yeah. I suppose thinking that this would be well, they see that too. I don't know. I just it was on 73 for some reason. It was 71. Oh,
Okay. Would you please take your seats so we can continue? Thank you. So this morning, I'm pleased to welcome back today's guest speaker, Sean O'Shea, and his lovely wife, Lori, is with us today. Also, and she is a singer-songwriter in her own right, as well as Sean, and she'll be helping out on the keyboards this morning. Sean started out in New Thought with a music ministry, and I believe that now that has morphed into his desire to someday be a full-time minister. So together, they often travel to combine their music and message to share the good news at Unity churches and other New Thought venues. And when I asked Sean if he had any updates on his bio, he said, "Nah, short and sweet is always best." So would you please welcome Sean O'Shea.
Short and sweet is always best. That's why I married Laurie. Aww. It's been a weird couple of weeks, hasn't it? Yeah. I wrote that down under there. Oh, you're good. Thanks for helping out. See, I put a little timer up in the corner to keep me from blabbing all afternoon. A really good investment. Weird stuff going on in the world. Is everybody okay? One of our favorite places in the world is Chimney Rock, North Carolina. It's just really weird. Things have just been just strange. And then the hurricane hits Florida, which could have been a whole lot worse. And then, of course, there's the election stuff and all the division and nonstop political ads and all this stuff. So it's a good time for us to just remind each other that all is in divine order, despite appearances to the contrary. We're always responsible for how we absorb things, how we act, how we feel about them. So make the choice to remember God's got this. We're okay. And that was for me as much as you. That's how I feel about most of my lessons, actually. I have a thought and I pray to myself and for myself. And then if it's good enough, I think, to share, then I make it part of that rotation. So something goofy happened. I was actually watching an old Abbott and Costello routine. Now, you all know who they are, I hope. We have a younger audience here in some cases. They're most famous for the whole who's on first routine, in case you hadn't connected those dots. And Lou Costello would get himself into some kind of pickle and be looking for his partner going, and he'd always say, "Hey, Abbott! Hey, Abbott! Hey, Abbott!" And I had that filed away in the back of my mind, and sometimes I would joke with my dad liked them, so I would just yell around the corner of my dad, "Hey, Abbott!" And it was just a thing. And I paid a compliment to a friend of mine and kind of mentioned that how good things are and everything's going to be fine. And he said, "Oh, yeah, but..." And I went, "Oh, no." Oh, one of these days, I'm going to do a talk just on, "Hey, yeah, but..." And here we are, October 13th, 2024. Penny said, "Do you have any idea what you're going to talk about?" I said, "I do. Hey, yeah, but..." And poor Penny's like, "Huh?" But here it is. So how often do we do that to ourselves? Super guilty, right? Things are wonderful. Things are looking up. They're so great. Yeah, but... Now, I married the queen of optimism. Right? She is just unbelievable. And she'll say, "Hey, we should stop at Costco." I'm like, "Are you nuts? Costco on a weekend?" My anxiety goes through the roof. But worse than that, babe, we're never going to find a parking space. And she'll say, "I don't think that's true. I think one will open up right near the front door." Like, no way. We're going to have to park in the back 40 and we'll pull in and there'll be a car backing out right in front of us near the front door because she puts that energy out there. And she'll just kind of kindly say, "There we go. Reverend." All right. You always need somebody around to remind you, right? So we do that for each other, which is a very good thing. I am as guilty as anyone of the yeah buts, of the self-sabotage. And it's more than your words. It's more than your objections to something good happening. It's a deep-seated acceptance of the gifts we've been given. Boy, it got really quiet. You all just sucked the air out of the room like, oh. guy's not joking anymore. It is a lack of acceptance of the gifts you've been given. Ouch. Imagine someone handing you a beautiful gift. I show up with this beautiful gift for Steve. I haven't seen him in a couple of weeks, and I just want to give him something no matter what's in there. I assure you, Steve is going to express great gratitude because I thought of him. Whether it's a sweater he thinks is ugly or it's a new iPad, it wouldn't matter what was in the box because that's the kind of guy Steve is. He's grateful. He's appreciative. He's loving. So how often do we approach our gifts with insincerity, without true, deep-seated, believable gratitude for what's been given? Yeah, but. Hey, yeah, but. We all know those people, don't we? Like, you could run up to your friend and say, oh my gosh, I just saw your scratch ticket. You won like $4 million. I'm going to have to pay taxes on that. We all either know that person or have been that person. True? Yeah, kind of hurts, doesn't it? And sometimes our doubts can be expressed with really good intentions because we mean well, especially those of us with adult children. Hey, Dad, I think I'm going to open a bar. You know, the likelihood of something like that succeeding, really slim. It's pretty risky. Now, does that make me, a naysayer? Yeah, kind of does. But I'm doing so out of love and I'm doing so out of concern. But sometimes we just need to park that and just accept the good. Our practical side can sometimes be at odds with our spiritual side. Uh-oh. And how do you juggle that? No, I'm not here to tell you. I actually would like to know. Because I don't know. That is a constant work, a constant challenge for all of us. How do we temper our practical side, right? Y'all have a board here. You run this like a business of sorts, right? Imagine one of the board members saying, the heck with it, let's start digging, let's build a new building. Well, Dave, that's going to be $6.7 million by your design here. Yeah, let's just do it. That's all awesome. And I love the spirit of that. But I do also respect the practical side that says, hold on, slow down. And so there's that juggling act that you all know. You all totally know. I mean, there was a time we just asked about renting this building, just being a tenant here, and we were told, you will never be in that building. That's never going to happen. And now you own said building. You are your own tenant. That is a miracle. That was absolutely a God thing. And I think at your core, you believed it would happen. Most of us didn't know it would be this place. What we knew is that something was unfolding. One of my mentors and dear friends is Reverend Denise Yergin, a Unity minister in Nashville. And she often likes to say, you just need to know it's going to happen. The how it happens is none of your business. And that's tough to say to a type A micromanager person like me. Yeah, I'm preaching to the choir here, yes? I need to know how it's going to be done and when it's going to be done and who I'm delegating it to. And you better check in with me. That's how I work. In most religions, well, no, not most religions, in all religions, I dare say, whether they are a sect of Christianity or they are Buddhism or they are Hinduism or Judaism or atheism, for all I know. Having an absolute knowing, having belief in something, including believing in nothing but your own individual power, is a must. For example, trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not unto thine own understanding, which is pretty much what Denise said was, how it happens is none of your business. Because none of us would have ever guessed we were going to end up here owning a building. We were all looking at all kinds of possibilities, and this wasn't one of them because it allegedly couldn't be. Somehow collectively, we knew better. And that's where the fire starts. That's where it kindles and builds and gets hotter and more exciting. Does this one sound familiar? With God, what things are possible? If you've ever seen that in writing, and I'm repeating myself, I use this in probably every third message I do, and I'm going to keep doing it. I want to point something out to you. When you read with God, all things are possible, there's no asterisk next to all or next to possible. There's no your mileage may vary. There's no with God, all things are possible. Unless you didn't tithe enough last month, then you're hosed. There's no with God, all things are possible unless you've been on the naughty list. Then not so much for you. There's none of that. All things are possible. I just got a God bump. In Matthew 17:20, Jesus says, truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you. Yeah, but you know it's coming. Yeah, but the Buddha taught that doubt is one of the 5 hindrances that arise in the mind, clouding your judgment, limiting your ability to act, and causing great emotional disquiet. I had never heard that word before, and I'm going to keep it. Disquiet. I don't like disquiet, do I? Disquiet, emotional disquiet. Your feathers are ruffled because you doubted something. Another spiritual mentor, the one who ordained me in divine science, is Reverend Dr. Tim Stewart. Tim loves to tell the story about a town having a terrible drought. There had been no rain for weeks and weeks, and it was at a catastrophic level. And so he called a meeting of all the churchgoers in town to all gather for a prayer vigil that evening. And so probably 150 townspeople gathered. They were quiet and just waiting. And he wandered up and he looked around and he said, Go home. This isn't going to work. They were all shocked, appalled. How could you say a thing like that? He said, not one of you brought an umbrella. And as funny as that is, it's a wonderful lesson. What if tons of those town people had actually shown up in rain gear and umbrellas and had been truly that expectant of the miracle of rain coming in? I suggest it might have been incredibly successful, but I'm weird that way. Energy follows energy. Like attracts like. So stop your participation. Sorry, but I need to tell it like it is. And I'm talking to me too. Stop your participation with crap like this. Well, with my luck, I'll probably all the time. Oh, I'm probably I'll never do this. Pardon me. I'll probably just walk into the gong. Good stuff happens to other people. I have a friend who often says, that's where they get you. I don't know who they are, and I don't know how it is they're going to get me. But he says, that's where they get you. Okay, fine. If it's not one thing, it's another. Why does this always happen to me? I know, but I digress. You remember the cartoon Gulliver's Travels? There was a character in there. Every episode he said, oh no, we're doomed. And I remember every time something mischievous would happen between my friend Bobby and I, he would go, oh no, we're doomed. When my mom was calling me or something and she sounded angry, oh no, we're doomed. Yeah, that's a piece of my childhood anyway. Or Debbie Downer from SNL. We all know somebody like that, or we are somebody like that. Maybe at work, like a bunch of people have the flu or they got a cold, or it's going around. I was on a car ride with Wayne Dyer, and he and I were joking about that. And he said, it's going around. And all I can picture is like this little germ running around in circles going, what do I do? Where do I go? It's a very strange sense of humor, which is one of the many reasons I loved him. So things go right. Often very unexpectedly and unexplainedly. Things go right. And when they do, how do you feel? Grateful, thankful. So here's how it works. I have the audacity to say that to you. Here's how it works. Go ahead and be grateful for whatever it is you see unfolding for you individually, for a family member, for a friend, for this community, for your town, for your country. Be grateful for the divine unfolding that is occurring now, before it presents itself. Because how it's going to happen is none of your business. You have to actually trust that it is in order. So when I say, you are a beloved child of God, you do not think, Yeah, but you accept it. So let's try that. You are a beloved child of God. I accept that gift with gratitude. My friend, Reverend John McLean, would end almost every meditation with this simple phrase: all is well, life is good, and we are truly blessed. All is well, life is good, and we are truly blessed. I was going to say, together? Well, let's do it like the powerhouse that we are when we come together, because when two or more are gathered, all is well, life is good, and we are truly blessed. And so it is. Yeah, but no buts. I'm going to invite Laurie up to play a bit while we get centered in the spirit of that. Deep breath in of the love that's in this room. Feel it in every cell of your being. And just sit with that for a moment. Think about how that feels to be drenched in love. Are you grateful? And can you hold that feeling so that when you walk out this door this morning, it stays with you and it guides you and it provides the answers to every question you have? God, we are so grateful for the knowing that all is in divine order. Thank you for always hearing us, for recognizing our true intentions, our beliefs, and for guiding us down a peaceful path. We're so grateful to know that all is well. Life is good. All because we are truly blessed. And with that knowing, we utter the best 3 words we can come up with. And that is simply, thank you, God. And together, thank you, God. Thank you, God. So it is.
I love that I got to hear Sean's talk for the first time with you all.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah,
And
I
I'm going
forgot
to
that.
introduce the love offering.
Stay with us. Stay with us, Lord. That was awesome, Sean. Thank you. That was fantastic. Metaphysics 101. That was great. So now's the time in our service that we give you the opportunity to give back. And remember what Sean said about getting hosed, okay? It's the main point in the whole sermon. No, for real, sometimes when we get the opportunity to give back, we do really kind of stop and say, yeah, but I got this coming up, or I got that coming up, so I'm not going to be able to do that this week. But money is energy. And when we think about it as the energy of abundance, then that is a flow. That's reciprocal. And we have to look at it that way. The more we give, the more we get back, right? So absolutely. Anything. I mean, it works like that in anything in your life. Your gifts, your time, your talents. When you give those, you just get so much more back. So say it with me. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give in love and I receive in abundance. Absolutely. So right now we have a really special treat for you. Lori has written a song. She has an original song for us that she's going to share. So I was going to call her up. But since she's already here, thank you, Lori.
Thank you. Sean talked about writing a sermon kind of for himself, and then it ends up being for others who hear it and take something from it. That's kind of how this song came about. This is a reminder to myself, and maybe it'll touch some of you as well. It's called When Things Go Right. I like that intro, whatever that was. Oh no, danger must be lurking. You got a raise at work and now you're thinking things are going much too well. Oh no, you met a guy who's nice, so you're starting to think twice. Although he said he'd call, you're sure he never will. Why do you sabotage yourself thinking good things happen to somebody else? Sometimes sun shines through the rain. Relax and see the light. It's not always wrong when things go right. What's this? A bright and sunny day and you're throwing cares away. You can't remember when you felt so good before. You're sure that the clouds are gonna move in and rain onto your groove, and soon your happiness will wash right out the door. Why question when the sky is blue? Always waiting for the other shoe. Sometimes sun shines through the rain. Relax, enjoy the light. No, it's not always wrong when things go right. You're always knocking on wood when things get good, or you catch yourself laughing right loud. You'd better buckle up, dear. It may seem weird, but bliss happens. Yeah, sometimes sun shines through the rain. Relax, enjoy the light. Oh, sometimes things are wrong when things go right. Yeah, sometimes sun shines through the rain. Relax, enjoy the light. No, it's not always wrong when things go right. When things go right.
What a cool Sunday this turned out to be. The part I love best is the laughter. It's all good, all good. So we just have a few announcements before we close the service today. I do want to let you know that the Connections group is canceled this week because we're getting ready for our big Sunday next weekend. And the only activity we have this coming Thursday will be the Wellness Warriors group, who meet at 12 noon. It's a confidential support group for people dealing with health challenges. Let's see. Also, we have a brand new announcement, and that is Eric and Laura Miller have graciously decided to do a fall foliage fundraiser cruise again on Lake Chickamauga. Yeah. We've got a fancy sign-up sheet here, and he's offering different dates, places for you to sign up. It's going to be Sunday, November 3rd, starting at 1 p.m. And I did this last year myself, and it's just a delightful hour out on the lake. And they got lots of information about the lake, and just beautiful scenery and a wonderful way to enjoy a Sunday afternoon. So we will put this sign-up sheet. I'm going to put it out on the food table so you don't miss it. How about that? And just a few things to point out. We have a bin that we keep in the library, and we take collections for the homeless in our area. Anything that's non-perishable food, drinks, basic essentials, and some clothing such as socks, underwear, and clothes. And I also want to point out our Blue Vision board, which is slowly starting to fill in. And, big things are on the way for Unity of Chattanooga, and we'd love to know what you see in our future. So if you find ideas or pictures that you want to put up, you're welcome to. And this week, Lynn Chartier, who did our opening prayer, will be our prayer chaplain if you would like individual prayer, and she'll be back in the back office to meet with you. And 2 weeks from now, we will welcome back Reverend Reginald Howard as our guest speaker. But in the meantime, I would like to call up our board president, Amanda Adamson, who is going to tell you all about that special Sunday that we have planned next week.
Thank you, Penny, and thank you, Sean. That was delightful. I love this weather. How about y'all? This is just like it's like Southern California, where I lived for 30 years. This is how the weather is there. Perfect. Okay, so I'm Amanda Adamson, and so next Sunday, October 20th, as Penny mentioned, beginning at our regular time, 10:30, we're going to have a little different format. It's going to be less formal and more fun. Not that formal isn't fun, but you know what I'm saying. There'll be more music and less structure. Yeah, there we go. Good word, Margaret. We're going to have, it's going to be more of a fun musical day, and Kelly's going to be grilling up burgers, and we're going to offer burgers and drinks and maybe chips for $6 a person. Kids are free. I'm going to encourage you to wear costumes because there will be a prize. I don't know what that prize is going to be. But for the most imaginative, so it doesn't have to be good, it just has to be creative. So this is a fun fundraiser, and the emphasis is on the fun. But I'm going to have to delicately ask you, which is always like, bring money. Like, stop by the bank, make sure you have a credit card. We're going to actually try to ease it up because we're going to have some vendors out here. It's going to be fun. Some of our people, and we're also going to have a raffle and auctions with some great prizes. And this is new and this is different. And we don't really know what we're doing, but we're going to learn a whole lot. So
I am curious about something. Burgers are $6, but kids are free.
Yeah, we're going to have children free. Penny is going to have a couple little games and things lined up for the kids too. But let's just have fun and let's celebrate fall and let's celebrate us. This, in a way, was going to originally be our grand opening celebration, so we'll pretend we have a red ribbon and the mayor cutting it. It's not going to happen. But it's just we were so busy in June when we first looked at doing this, it kind of morphed into the fall fund, grand opening, festival, everything. It's an everything day. So y'all come here. Let's have fun. Invite some people. We won't scare them with all our unity talk as much. And we're going to have great musical performers here. No. Anyway, we're winging it. It's going to be great. I was just answering a question. I don't want to repeat to everybody. But so anyway, with joy in our hearts and gratitude, let's all stand and sing the peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, God is all of me. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.